A new day begins. Previously on our road trip, we traveled to the loveliest city in America, and perhaps the only part of California that everyone loves. We saw sea lions playing at La Jolla Cove, living free of any worries. Boy, I wish I could be like them. Though the weather wasn't perfect, that didn't stop us from jacking it. It was still an awesome, unbelievable experience to see them up close. It's been fun, San Diego, but now it's time to hit the road.
Go yourself, San Diego.
But before we head to Utah, I think it would be a good idea to head to the City of Angels. Of course, it can't be California without all the pride flags. Hey, I found Aaron Rodgers' favorite store. Alright, time to go to the complete opposite of California, Utah. And here we finally made it to Radiator Springs. As you can see by Willie's Butte in the background in the mountains. And right now we'll be driving by Lightning McQueen's headquarters, where he practices his races. So hopefully we see him just racing around the whole canyon, like the magnificent race car that he is. Hey there, lazy who are in their house watching this on their computer instead of being outside like me. I'm your host, Spencer Miller, back again on my Western road trip. Previously, I had dropped by the Grand Canyon and I saw a couple condors, one full-grown male adult, and another, I think, was a juvenile, maybe. It was just learning how to fly. But I have to admit something. I was wrong in my sexual dimorphism video. Turns out that only Andean condor males are sexually different from females, and the male and female condors are actually pretty much the same. So, also I took this picture right here. I mean, getting a picture of a wild condor, I mean, it's like Zapruder film or Jules Naudet. It's just so difficult. It's too blurry. So I'll pay anyone if they can do a good job reconstructing that picture right there. For real though, I actually saw a flying condor, even though they're rare. Zion National Park's history is rich, spanning thousands of years. Native American groups like the Pueblans inhabited the area for centuries. Its original name that it shares with the canyon, Mukuntuweap, is from the Southern Paiute language and means straight canyon, fitting for Utah. Later in the 19th century, Mormon pioneers settled the region. They believed this area was the Holy Land and thus named it Zion, hence the name. President William Howard Taft designated the area as Mukuntuweap National Monument in 1909. However, it was in 1919 that it gained national park status and was renamed Zion. Typical white guys. Later on, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt created the Civilian Conservation Corps as a part of the New Deal. They played a significant role in developing the park during the Great Depression. Today, Zion is renowned for its stunning red rock formations, slot canyons, and diverse ecosystems, attracting millions of visitors annually. One of the more prominent areas of the park is a trail called Angel's Peak, and it's infamous for being one of the most dangerous trails in the world. As a matter of fact, Zion is one of the most dangerous American national parks, not just for the challenging trails, but also for its unpredictable flash floods. Luckily, spoiler alert, I survived to bring you this video. The only challenging part to me was the incredibly frustrating tube ride. But the hike was fun. And would you looky here, we have our first wildlife, a striped whip snake crossing the road. Hopefully he doesn't get caught by a roadrunner. I'm still looking for a rattlesnake though, but it's more difficult now that we're in a park where there's less of them. I did spot a plateau lizard though. And another collared lizard. Speaking of which, this is a real collared lizard. I made a mistake in my first part where I misidentified a spiny lizard. But yeah, this is a real collared lizard and wow, way to insult the crowd, bud.
Eric, did you just take a crap on my desk?
Hey guys, why did the turkey stay on the other side of the road? Because he's too chicken. Wild turkeys are an extremely common sight here at Zion, as you can see them at almost every corner. These aren't like your typical Thanksgiving farm turkey because these guys can actually fly. They were almost driven to extinction due to overhunting and habitat loss, but they've made a significant comeback and are protected here in Zion. This is probably a female turkey because it is much skinnier and doesn't appear to have a fleshy snoot or bundle of large tail feathers. She's probably with her poult right now foraging for food like seeds, berries, acorns, or small insects and reptiles. So I'm just gonna leave her be and continue walking on the side of a road in the desert like an illegal. Another way to spot wildlife is to just look up. In these beautiful cliffs, there could be nesting raptors like golden eagles, peregrine falcons, or California condors. If you're really lucky though, you could spot an elusive mountain lion. These cats were once common throughout the park, but as Zion continued to grow in popularity, the crowds have driven the mountain lions to hide up in the cliffs where they're less likely to come in contact with people. We like to think of cougars as big, scary cats, when in reality, they are much more afraid of us than we are of them. Hey, you know what would be really funny? If we just saw a ram falling off a cliff from getting yeeted by a golden eagle. Later that day, I took a break to check out the town of Springdale, which is a great small town and place to go if you're looking to do any shopping or dining near the park. Okay, let's get back to hiking. I can get in for free because I'm native, so I get victim privilege. And there's a trail that leads into a very beautiful part of the park where a river cuts through a narrow canyon. I have to hurry though. I have less than an hour. The sun's going down, and if I don't make it back to the bus in time, I'll be trapped in the park and probably get eaten by a grizzly. That's the tough reality when you're not at the top of the food chain anymore. I also have to find wildlife before the clock hits 0. Luckily, spoiler alert, I made it. And would you look around, this is why Zion is an absolute marvel of nature. It's filled to the brim with a variety of different habitats for animals like this large heron, who catches fish traveling downstream. I only had 10 minutes to spend at this area before I had to leave for the bus, but those 10 minutes were worth it. It's surreal to be in the middle of this. Finally, it was time to leave, and on the bus ride I saw some more turkeys and a white-tailed deer fawn. Zion is one of the most beautiful national parks I've ever been to. But this trip ain't over yet. I still have one more Utah monument to visit.